In this video we will take a look at one of the samples that's provided with the CICS Content Delivery Server software. We'll take a look at this one, which involves the use of the open source toolkit RGRAPH and calls the CICS Cobol program, passing it a Commarea. The program then supplies some data to the application, and as we'll see, we get a graph, actually a pie chart out of it. So here you see that we are running in PMF66, and it is showing us the install agents for transactions that are installed into that CICS region. And you get a nice pie graph. Now, how did we do that? Well, let's take a look at that application and how it's defined within CICS Content Delivery Server. From within our menu system here, we can go to the editor for that application by clicking on this button. And there it is shown. So it's made up of a piece of freeform text first of all, but there are 4 components to this particular record, 4 fragments to it, 4 segments. The first bit is freeform text, and then within there you can see that a call is made back for the RGRAPH components, a couple of JavaScripts there. There is some further down, some further freeform text. Oh, before that I missed a bookmark. We've inserted a bookmark using a bookmark type in segment 1. And segment 2, there is some more freeform text. This is actually the part of the RGRAPH macro, for want of a better term. But this RGRAPH function is expecting some data following this. So the next item is actually the call to the program. And as you can see, we've got a call to a program with a Commarea. The program that will be called is called sampcom2, and it's being passed in its Commarea the string transactions-install agent. Okay, we'll come to that in a moment. The next segment is the latter part of the macro required by the RGRAPH open source offering, and then the page is closed out. So it's as simple as that. So let's go and have a look at the source for that program. So I will go to my 3270 session, and here is the sampcom2 program. It's supplied along with the software, so you get to look at this and play with it and adapt it. So if we have a look at that, you can see it's a simple Cobol program, nothing unusual about it. If we find the procedure division, then it references the Commarea. It does some exit CICS calls to get information about the Apple ID, for example. It's then checking that a Commarea has indeed been passed. If it hasn't, then it handles that. But if the Commarea is greater than 0, then it inspects the Commarea. So let's just have a look at that section. There it is. So it's verifying the length of the Commarea. That Commarea should be 25 characters long, and it's comparing the contents of that Commarea with an area that we've set aside in this program called Commarea check. So if I find that, there it is. And as you can see, we've put a check in here that we've got what we expect in that Commarea transaction install agent. So if it passes that test, it's then going to perform 400 get transactions. So let's go and have a look at what's in there. And here we are. So we're starting to use the CICS API. We've got an exit CICS inquire transaction start, and then it performs a series of get next transactions, which is more inquire transactions next, so to speak. And it collects the information about those resources and builds some information into some storage areas for each of those. And eventually, once we've come out of the back of that, then it's putting the information that it's stored into a document. Now the document token has been passed to this program also in the Commarea, and that's something that we didn't look at earlier, but that document token is important, and we reference it here in these commands. So as you can see, we insert a document token with that data in. There's then another insert further down where we're inserting the top of the page data, which is also built further up. Again, referencing the document token, but we're doing this one at the bookmark that we installed into the application. And then the program just finishes. It doesn't need to do a web send. The framework will do that for you. And the result, as we've seen, is an RGRAPH pie chart. So it really is quite simple. That's enough for now. If you want to know more, I'd suggest you get in touch and we can have a proper demonstration of it. Thank you for listening.